Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this experiment. I thought I'd try and keep myself a bit sane during lockdown, and hopefully provide something as well. So this is an experiment to try a new format. In my most recent article, I spoke a little bit about the fact that we can't control our feelings, but we can control our practices. And so I thought it might be interesting just to share a few of my practices getting out on the water, i.e. the things that I choose to control when I'm going out on the water. And these are things that I choose to control regardless of whether it's the most piddly little flat water session or whether it is the hardest white water that I can conceive of myself happily doing. I will endeavour to employ these practices every single time. So I'm going to share those, and hopefully this is enlightening for some people. Hopefully it helps us to approach unexpected situations in the river, but maybe in life as well, with grace and with patience for ourselves and for the situations that we enter into. A lot of these things are probably going to be completely expected by most, but nonetheless I thought it would be valuable to share. So let me know what you think of this experiment, this new format, and let's see how it goes. The first practice that I employ every time I go kayaking is to stretch, to warm up my muscles and loosen them up before I do an exercise. Without question, this is the practice that I'm most prone to forget or leave out. Neglect, I suppose, is the correct word. But it is vital for lasting a long time in the sport, for paddling as long as we're able to. And the last thing that I do immediately before putting on is give thanks. I give thanks for where I am, I give thanks for what I'm seeing around me, give thanks for the people I'm with. If I'm with people, I give thanks for what I'm able to be doing in that environment, whether that's the river environment or elsewhere. I think entering into places and entering into things we're doing, whether that's kayaking or other things in life, with a grateful heart is so important, because it leaves us open to what we're experiencing. I think it allows us to enjoy where we are in the moment, rather than thinking that we have to be attaining something or have to be, getting somewhere or achieving in some way. It frees us from those restraints, I think. And it also it frees us from the potential for failure or success, to be tied to our failure and success, rather than to just be where we are. So attitude of gratitude. The next practice that I'm seeking to employ when I'm actually out on the water, wherever I am on the water, and also like on river days, for example, during the shuttle, and when I'm chatting to my mates and hanging out at the put-in or the takeout, whatever, seeking to be attentive to where I am, to be attentive to the people I'm with, to be attentive to the environment, and that enables both spotting things in the river that are potential for play and for fun, but also to actually engage with the human beings who are around you, and not just to talk about kayaking. I think we can get so drawn into talking about me, or talking about my kayaking. And I want to be listening to other people's stories, and not just their kayaking stories either. And this is definitely a case of like, I'm hoping that I'm practicing what I preach. It's an endeavour, not something that I've perfected for sure. The other practice that I like to try and ensure I'm employing, and this is the only really specific kayaking one, is to remember to breathe and remember to rotate. Those are two things that I'm kind of telling myself all the time. Remembering to rotate is obviously super important. I'm talking about like torso rotation here mostly, and to be maximizing the use of my muscles as much as I possibly can in any situation. And then remembering to breathe, it seems really stupid, but we definitely forget, and we get ourselves into situations where we're just breathing really shallow or not breathing fully enough. Particularly like forwards paddling, we often find tucking our chins in, stuff like that, and reducing our airway and just not breathing properly. And so the way that I try and combat that is that I count my strokes. So I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever, counting with the breath. And I find that helps me to just keep my chin up, my chest out, and to be paddling effectively and breathing properly the entire time. So those are some of the practices that I try and put in place every time I go kayaking. I really hope that this has been enjoyable, informative, a little bit pretty, hopefully. Yeah, if you got something out of this, then let me know in the comments. Let me know if you think I should carry on trying to do these in this new format. Yeah, thanks for watching.